So I took this photo last night outside St Paul's Cathedral. It's graduation, people are throwing their hats in the air, and it's mid-July. It's 9:32 p.m, so it's about 22 minutes past sunset. It's dark and it's difficult to get a photo like this. It's got to be reasonably clear. There's going to be some noise in it because you're going to have to put the ISO up a bit, but it's just, how do you get a shot like this? Because actually people can easily see who they are if they zoom in on the picture. And this is probably going to be printed out and put up somewhere. So it's got to be pretty good. And it's got to be like wanting the mortarboards that they're throwing in the air have to be reasonably sharp as well. You don't want them all completely blurry. You want to kind of make it out a bit. So I had to use a shutter speed fairly high, 200th of a second. And to get this in low light like this, and the whole venue, St Paul's Cathedral, is quite dark. So you need to have things like this that will help, like a camera like this EOS R, the Canon EOS R. It is a full frame camera. Full frame really helps when it comes to low light. The APS and cropped cameras, the micro four thirds are very good, but low light, the full frame cameras of pretty much any brand are very good for this kind of thing. So I was using a 200th of a second, so that meant my ISO was going to go up. On this occasion, it went up to 4,000. But what really helps is having a lens like this. It's wide angle, it's 14mm lens. It's a Sigma art lens, it's a very good quality lens, but it's the aperture that's got an f-stop of 1.8. So it's wide, it allows a lot of light to come in, and that's what really helps get this shot. If you're using something like an f2.8, you're already losing more light than you need on this and probably would throw your ISO up to 6400 or above. So that was the trick to getting a shot like this. I added in a bit of saturation into the shot as well, just at the end in Lightroom, and just up the exposure a tiny bit. So the trick is good low light camera like this, which is full frame, and a wide angle lens. Well, it doesn't have to be wide angle, but in this case it did, but it just needs to be a big aperture like f1.8. Now this is a sort of lens, you can see it looks a little bit different. It's not the sort of lens that you would probably have every day, and certainly I don't need a lens like this every day because this is unusually dark. As soon as we did this, within a couple of minutes, it was dark outside. Something like this I hire in. And there are places you can hire lenses. Sometimes you have to go and get it from certain places, but there are many that do it by post. And that's precisely what I did with this. And I've got some links below so you can actually do that yourself. So sometimes that's actually really good for trying out a lens if you're not sure. Maybe it's sport and you want to get a particular lens. They're really expensive lenses. Lenses in general, good quality lenses can be expensive. You might not need it. Maybe you need it once or twice a year. Why not hire them? That way you're getting the best lens at that particular time. So that's just one tip I have. That's how I got that shot. So if you want to know more, please subscribe on the link below, or you can go to the website shootwithschwartz.com. Thanks for watching, and hopefully see you again soon.